I'm going to call this meeting to order with my brand new gavel. Meeting called to order. Please rise and join me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Right. Roll call.
Chris Armstrong.
Here.
Mayor Franklin.
Here.
Ron Miller.
Present.
Would ask for approval of the minutes.
I'd like to, on the minutes, I'd like to offer a correction in the minutes from last week. I'd like to show that my records show that you abstained from the vote on the claims.
I need a second.
Second, sir.
All right. It's been moved and seconded that we just show that there was one abstention. That would be mine on claims of last week. All in favor of that correction?
Aye.
Signify by saying aye.
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 And I would like to make another correction to that. Inadvertently, I called Michelle Laird in here, and it should be Michelle Dial, and Michelle always did be Michelle Laird.
All right.
Sorry, Michelle.
And just one other point of clarification that we have discussed, the sign-off page still includes the name of the former office holders. We'll change that for next week.
Yeah, just put an X for that.
Yeah. So, all right. Approval of minutes. I need a motion and a second on approval of minutes.
Motion to approve
As amended?
as amended.
Second.
It's been moved and amended it's been moved and seconded to approve the minutes of the January 5th meeting with the amendment. All in favor say aye.
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 All opposed? Okay. Approval of claims. Have your claims in your packet. Any questions?
None?
None.
Okay, not so much a question, but just in case anybody noticed it, on page 10, the golf telephone expense, it showed 6 different phone bills that totaled about $450 roughly, and that $450 was due to a change in the way that Frontier is doing their billing now. So in reality, October, November, and December of 2011 did not get billed, and we're playing catch up right now. So that's the explanation for that. Any other discussion regarding claims? Entertain a motion.
Motion to approve the claims?
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded that we approve the claims as presented. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Okay. Approval of licenses? None. Let's see. Changes to the agenda? Any changes? Anybody here to speak on the agenda? Okay. Old business? There's no old business. New business. Deb O'Connor, Acting Building Commissioner, has a report. Deb?
Okay. I did 3 inspections last week. The school corporation on their wellness center was just a rough-in. The hospital, I went with the fire chief, and we did a variance type of thing with the state. And Napa was a final on their addition.
Mm-hmm.
And I had 3 building permits. The construction value of those 3 was $13,500. The fees collected was $270. Then I had 91 contractor registrations that I mailed out this week. The fees collected just in this week was $1,120. A lot of that money came in before the end of the year.
Right.
I just didn't have them typed up and ready to go.
Sure. Of the 3 building permits, were they residential, commercial, or?
1 was commercial and 2 were residential.
Okay. Very good. Any questions or discussion regarding the board or the report from the Acting Building Commissioner? Nope. Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Superintendent of Public Works, Mr. Williams. Yes. Having been notified by the clerk treasurer, we do need to take action on Deb's report. So I'll entertain a motion on accepting Deb's report as presented.
I make a motion to approve.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you. Bear with me while I learn. All right. Superintendent of Public Works, how'd you do on your street light, Dan?
Good morning, Mr. Mayor.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, everyone. We did real well on the street light. A little bit of lack of knowledge after I really found out what was going on. We A, B, C, D column, you get someone with a lot of knowledge. We were able to borrow a pole from the state of Indiana, which we have already repaid them. Got it up for a lot less money than I anticipated. It's working, everything went smooth, about a week early on completion.
Good.
And if you want to drive by, please do, because I'm proud of it. Along the other lines, just to keep going, to let you know that we are busy at the street department, 57.5 loads of brush. This includes 95 Christmas trees, 2 big dump truck loads of bags that they have to buy to put, sticks and stuff in. We had the good weather. We had 12 sweeper loads. That's our street sweeper, so we had good weather. We were able to utilize that and get a lot of stuff up off the curbs and everything. We've had a lot of cleaning is going on at the street department. Things that have been there that are outdated. I'll probably get in trouble, but we've already dumped our great big dumpster once, and it's going to be full again. Before I forget it, at any time, anyone, citizens, feel free to come in either facility and tour it. We're proud of what's going on. I have good employees, and they're all proud of the job they're doing. Give a real quick report on the cemetery, probably doubling back. We do have a camera installed. We have all new locks on all doors. Trucks are being washed daily. Lawnmowers are inside now being cleaned as we talk. We've had 3 interments, which are burials, since I've taken over. People are real nice to work with, learning process. All local funeral homes are real good to work with. We had 2 dumpsters, smaller dumpsters at the cemetery. Those have been dumped once, so we'll be getting bills, and they're probably going to ask me why we're dumping dumpsters, and I'll be able to answer that. Won't tie you all up any longer, but I would like to thank all the departments for their help in helping me get my feet wet, and it means a lot. We had a disability claim, and I don't know much about disability claims, but Susan was right on the spot. I'll entertain any questions.
Not a question, but a comment of an earlier discussion. That's how elementary we are at this point in time. Deer carcass, there's a place to dispose of them out at Highway 25 at the State Highway facility. They have I believe the term they use is a compost pile for deer carcass. So if we have one, or the one that we're dealing with right now, after it's moved, you can take it out there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do we need action? Entertain a motion to approve the report from the Superintendent of Public Works.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Chief
Thank
Neer.
you.
Thank you, Dan. How you doing? Hi, Mike.
Good morning, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Not too bad.
I see you have the December report.
Yeah, it's a 2011 monthly report. Is there any questions, or you want me to read it to you?
No, I read it. Any other questions from board members? Okay. Application process for the police department, how's that coming?
Well, right now, I'm in the I was on the phone yesterday with the lady from Perth, to get the pension board set up again so we can get into that process. I'm waiting on a phone call from them today, and as soon as I get out of this meeting, I'm going to call them again and get things rolling.
Have we made any progress in being able to submit a resume or apply online?
Not at this time yet.
Okay.
Not at this time.
We're going to want to do that fairly quickly.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any questions for the chief?
No.
I make a motion that we approve his report as presented.
Second?
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Aye.
Thank you.
Chief Strong.
Morning, everybody.
Morning. I'm going to turn this meeting over to you. It deals with this.
Okay.
I'm not supposed to have a discussion.
I didn't get my monthly report in time, so I'll submit that next week at the Board of Reports meeting. I did have a request from our fire investigator, Ted Franklin, for a leave of absence. And first of all, just under IC code 36-8-5-2, Section A says the police chief or fire chief may grant a leave of absence. And then Section B, it says leave of absence can be granted for service in Indiana General Assembly, may also be granted for any other elected office. So, first of all, I'd just like to tell you a little bit, we're going to miss Ted quite a bit, and he's got over 22 years of service. He's about one of the best fire investigators in this part of the state. As a matter of fact, he won the State Investigator of the Year for the whole state of Indiana before. He's also won the Fireman of the Year for Cass County, and according to a guy I respect very much that has almost 30 years of service as a senior captain on a department, he's the best pump operator we've ever had. So I would definitely like to see Ted return someday. I hate to see him leave, so I would like to request that we grant this leave of absence in hopes that maybe he'll come back someday. And I hope that he will also maybe help our investigator right now, and if he ever needs any tips or something, and possibly guide him and help him. So that's my recommendation.
And just cited in your letter and cited in the packages that we have, IC 36-8-5-2 covers the leaves of absence authorization and all of that, and I see that's covered in the request as well. So are there any questions about the leave of absence?
No.
Hearing none, could I have a motion for approval?
I make a motion to approve.
Thank you, and I will second that motion. Final call for questions. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
I abstain.
Thank you. Motion, any voting no? No. Motion approved. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, visitor comments. Visitor comments? Gary Fox? No, you're the only visitor, besides our friends in the media. Any media comments? All right. Entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Been moved and seconded that we adjourn. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye.